Yeah, I had to figure it out. Oh my gosh. I've been so trying to okay, so I have a new gift. I'm able to do it's like spiritual, I call it spiritual guided messages. Yep. So I'm like writing like 900 characters per client. So it's like it's a gift, and I'm able to write like these sort of spiritually guided messages that are like, yeah, they're like 900 characters, whatever that is. I keep ending up with at least a couple of paragraphs, like maybe one paragraph or two paragraphs. Kind of nice, and it's all about uniquely to that one person. It's amazing. Hmm. So that's the new additional gift. Uh, I never thought that I would acquire that one because I admire like I guess those angelic type. I don't know if they prefer what I don't know what we call them, but they do like these messages, spirit or angel messages, and yeah. So I do something now similar, kind of like something like that. Well, I don't know if it's similar. Maybe it's the same thing. It's just in my own way. Like I now have, now because each year I gain experience points, or I gain knowledge, a new type of new way, new style, new way. Oh, I want to thank everybody. I need to quickly thank everybody for like the support. Oh my gosh, I have received so many watch hours. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And I'm still receiving watch hours. So I'm like watching like the blue lines go through. So I'm still receiving people, like watching the videos. Thank you so, so much. And I promise I'm working diligently. I'm studying. I'm in deep study. That's why I've been away for a minute, but I've been creating thumbnails along the way. So across this, I'm on my 3 days. So I'm like what, like 12 hours already or something like that. Like 6 hours. Is it 6 hours? 6 hours. A little over 6 hours of my first day off. So I have like two more, but I don't even look at it as a day off anymore because I gotta do 4 hours this evening. Hmm. And my responsibilities have expanded because now for each person I read, and I'm talking like there's hundreds of thousands, well, there will be hundreds of you. Then there's going to be hundreds of thousands of you. So I have to like do messages, angelic messages. And they don't typically, I know I could do like a message, but for now, God, Spirit is like, let's do individual. Let's learn that one first. I'm like, okay. So I've done, a handful, and I'm getting a system where because I find that when I have like because my readings are one on one, right? So I find that I get better success when I'm like working with people like one on one. So I think that each of my messages should be unique, and but the way I'm gonna do it so I don't get swamped is like only go back to a certain period. So like maybe 30 days. I was doing well, I did, okay, the full 90 days. I just started. It's not even been, this is my fourth week, I believe. So this is my month in. So now I need to like make it happen. So I'm kind of bit showing off. I'm ahead. I'm doing well. So now I'm adding this extra feature where I'm making sure that I am, as they say, following up, but in the spiritual psychic way. Yeah, with unique, personal, spiritually guided messages from loved ones, spiritual guides, angels. Yep, the planets, and I love that. I love the language there as well. The spiritual language I'm learning. I'm introducing all of these things, so it's going to be amazing. hmm And I'm going to definitely keep up with the good work. And I will let you all know how it goes. I'm going to come in, and I'm going to be like, okay, this is what I learned today. Yeah, so that's the new gift for November. I can't wait to see what this month's gift, how this is going to translate into. I'm so looking forward to it. Oh, I got people already. Okay, let me back up. Hello, how are you doing? Zachary Smiley, thank you for asking. Hello, Junior the Third. Hello, Ronald Chambly. Question mark. What in the world is going on? Questions, 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 questions. So I'm just letting everybody know how things are going with me, and I know I've been away. Well, I'm consistent. You know how I am. I like to do thumbnail, and I don't really say when I'm going live. I'm like, look, I'm just happy just to get the thumbnail up, and I'm like, when Spirit calls me, I knew that I was going to do it on my. Well, I used to have 3 days off because I work I do psychic readings every day. So I am tapped into another gift that I just discovered, and that is my spiritually guided messages. This message is okay. So I do the reading. I do it whether if it's by phone, or sort of like a email sort of situation, or a chat, or a video, and then the spirit messages come in after all of that. So I have to sit down, and however long we're going to spend, what that's 2 minutes, 1 minute, 27 minutes. So then I can do my spirit message. It's kind of like following up with people who I've read for. And then I kind of say, look, this is, because sometimes people still have, like after you're reading with me, you have your answers, but we could talk forever. So it's more like, kind of like, well, this is what's going on. And thank goodness I don't really require the person to be in front of me to read them. So, so there's a little bit of the psychic elements coming in too through the messaging, and then letting them know I know exactly where you are, and I know that there's so many questions and so many doors that opening up to you, and I want to be part of that spiritual journey along with you. And so, in the future, we will open up these doors and see what all these opportunities are going to lead us, guide us, and what to look out for, what to go around, things like that. So that's where I'm at the moment. That's what I'm doing at the moment. Oh yeah, and uh, from the November 29th to your December 18th is the sign of Ficus. Yes, that's the 13th sign. I'm not even making it up. It is, as you would say, empirical. It is scientific. It's also NASA, all the astronomy world. All those who the astronaut world, the people who scientifically study the stars and have degrees. And also it is, if you want to say, in the rule book. And in fact, they have the emoji you can find in the midst of all the astrological signs. So if you ever wanted to know what that symbol was, and you go looking, when you want to kind of send an astrological emoji, like, oh, what is this U with the little, yeah, that's the 13th, that's the sign, the 13th sign. And it's a sign of healing. It's associated, of course, with this. There's a story behind it, both Christian and astrological, and Greek, of course, because it is. I follow the. Every culture has their story. I follow the Greek story. It was a doctor who was basically so great. He was bringing people back to life. The gods were upset, complained to Zeus. You know the story. Zeus lightning bolted him, but love was like so, like, what do you call it? So proud of him, more like impressed, that he put him amongst the stars. Of course, it has a Christian version of, as you would say, victory over adversities. So yeah, so that's a symbol, and that can be represented. You can represent that as a Christ iconic figure, who's through the challenges and adversities of just living and being in life, rising above, they're becoming victorious, as they would say. hmm The serpent represents information. So, information is not only the information that's coming forth, but the effects of that information in humanity. There you go. So there now. So it's also associated with the third eye directly. So that yeah. So it's associated with the third eye and also the calves, the calf muscles, like the like as you get closer to the I guess the Achilles heel. Um, so like in terms of like the physical attributes and the pineal gland, it's also specifically the pineal gland, the third eye, the calves, etc. So like meditation, like you, so maybe like the way you sit or posture yourself to enter to meditation as well. Yeah, so that's what the sign represents: healing and knowledge and understanding. And of course, this planet is transformational, associated with transformation as in our new age. So it's, oh yeah, it has a story that lends itself. In fact, it's kind of like a key. It's a key you might even think of as a chosen one, or the exiled king returned. And then because upon his return, he has unified kingdoms or astrological belts. The rest of them all linked in to we all can experience transformation. hmm So that's the rundown. Of course, I wanted this to be more lighter in nature. So yeah, I wasn't going to go like deep into this, kind of like information. It was more like I just generally just, want to come in and celebrate and kind of, talk a little bit. So yeah. So it's not about, look at all this information you don't know. Oh, poor you, woe is you. It's not like that. It's more like this is what we have unmasked. This is what I have uncovered. And this is what I wanted to share. So, yes. So the more that you begin to study in this realm yourself for yourselves, then you'll understand. You'll understand also in the same breath that there is so much that you can achieve, so much that you can do. Um, and who is stopping you? What is blocking you? There shouldn't be anything blocking you. I was intending to come in perhaps. Like I was thinking, do I come in and kind of just like work on through my channeling my messages? But then I was thinking, if I were gonna do that, that'd be like my 3 a.m. Because I'd be like 3 a.m., turn on that camera and say something, and then I would be sitting here and say, well, I could do my spiritually guided messages now, which is that comes in the form of, for now, to my understanding. Ooh, am I getting insight? I don't know. Right now, it comes with the form of me, scribing that, like, right. So it comes through the form of writing, which that's what I wanted. I was praying to the universe if I would qualify for the gifting that would come through the form of writing. Like having the ability to write messages, spiritually guided messages, uniquely to clients. I would think about that. I would say, oh, that sounds so overwhelming. Because at the time that it happened for me, that I began like becoming, it's like I was like reading all of the available courses to take in spiritual, psychically I was in my brain. Uh, I couldn't process it. I couldn't fathom it because I already had like thousands of people already. And I was like, well, how far back, like do I got to contact, like, do I start from the very beginning? Because it was such a great idea. I was like, it was too mind blowing. And so now it's resurfaced, it's come back around, and I've got, I'm off to a really great start. I got a firm handle on things, and it's going really well. The people I've read for so far, because I'm new, so I'm using that to my, that's my leverage. My advantage point is the fact that I'm new, so everyone's being extra patient, extra kind, and they're like, they're being extra motivating. So before I become like, yeah, you've been here a while, we've seen you. I wanted to go ahead and get a like because once I do, because as I'm doing this, I mean, there's a lot of cool things. So it's like start showing the cool stuff first, like bring out the best. So I'm bringing out, of course, yeah, I've already begun, sort of, as you say, doing personalized messages, and so now I got to keep a way. Well, there's a way where I guess it gets recorded, so I don't have to like think. Didn't I already send you something? So somebody's like, yeah, keep sending them. You know, I mean that's fine. I mean, but I could send them more like a general, maybe one that is, as you say, like the group. It's one for the group, or and they also like the idea that they allow me to send minutes. Yeah. So it's on me to send I guess minutes for people to come talk with me. This is lovely. I love that. So I love that idea. So I have to figure out a way how to. I'm intending to do that. They've already prepped me. They said, "Look, we're going to feature you. Yeah, I'm going to be featured between two dates. So I got to get all these unique emails. My first round of them out before that date. So that's which is I believe the 12th. I believe it's the 12th, if I'm not mistaken. Hmm. The 12th, I believe. And I'm supposed to make my, they said, make yourself as available as possible. Oh, the 16th. Yeah, the 16th through the 22nd. I'm going to be busy. So between now and then, the 16th, I will have emailed, unique, give everyone a unique follow up. And then from there, I'll make sure that like each week, I better do a follow up. But I have to get out of this mindset that, okay, first of all, I, I keep thinking, okay, so I work 36 days in a row before I take a break or something like that. Because I go off on break, depending on how many days are in a month of all of that. That's adjusted, but I would add 5 additional days of the following month. So I go out on the fifth would be my last day, and then I come back on the ninth. So which I don't have that anymore. It's like so if these days fall along the lines, for example, these days happen to fall on the weekend, which I will be working. So it could fall on a day. It's potentially it could fall on a day where I work. You know, in the weekdays, I've elected to work 6 hours. So and then another one 4 hours. So I'll be working 4 hours this weekend. So yeah, so I have to get out of this phase in my brain that yeah, I don't need to wait all month before. I would like to get it if I can get a handle on this, get ahead of it quickly. It can be like in at least in a week's time. And then if progressive would be me. I don't know about this. This one might I may need a little bit a little bit more what do you call it? More maturity. uh, because yeah, that's going to require me to really sit still and dig in, which I might want to do it more so like this, like where it's 4 days, like be back in touch like within 3 to 4 days. Actually, I mean, after having our reading, actually, that's gonna happen most likely in the spring. Oh, by the way, we're having a springy like day. Like we received our first snowfall, but then now it's beautiful and it's like it's melting. It's like it's spring. You know the whole weird earth thing. It's kind of lovely. And I went out there and I was all bundled up, but I was like debating, like, do I? I was like, I felt kind of silly because I look like I kind of look like a bear, because I got I got the fur going on, and then I got my my hoodie over that, and then I look comfortable, and I got my scarf, and I'm like, I'm ready for anything. I'm ready. But then like this is actually quite nice weather. I mean, you could literally go. I mean, it's snow, but you could jog out there right now. I mean, the weather is phenomenal right now. You could go jogging, throw on some shorts, and by the time you get a little bit of a run going on, your adrenaline will kick in, and you'll be fine. Mm, yeah. So yeah. So thank gosh, this is such a great day. This is a really good day. For doing readings. So I'm getting into the space of where being psychic means every day. Every single day you gotta be, but you should be having fun. Right now, and I'm in the point in my career where I could really begin to have a lot of fun with it. There's right now, the same as I'm sharing with my clients. There's nothing holding us back. But now I am still dealing with people's emotions because right now it's kind of like waiting for somebody, and that's gonna be that. Now, by the way, this is gonna continue. This feeling that you've got is gonna continue till Tuesday. Yeah, we got to get to Tuesday, okay, and then it will break away. It has a lot to do with the nature of not just Mercury in retrograde, but also Mercury's in retrograde, yes, but also Jupiter's in retrograde, Saturn's in retrograde, Neptune's in retrograde, right? So, it just means, and the way that I view retrograde is the energy slow enough to observable energy, things that we should correct while it's in retrograde. Anything beyond retrograde spells out trouble. So that's the way that I interpret the retrograde in short. So does it mean that it's like I'm calling in, I'm astrologically inept, or I'm astrologically, and feeling inadequate, no, indigent, not feeling astrologically well. No, mm-mm. No, 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 no. That's not what that means. I don't think we should go on our date tonight because how will we communicate? No, 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 no. That's not what that means. You don't get to get out of, you promise to go on that date and there's going to be questions and conversations. You cannot put Mercury in retrograde as reasoning not to fulfill that date. No, 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 no. That's a no, no. You don't do that. We don't do that here. We're gonna break these old habits that come, by way of normality that made them way somehow in the norms, and yeah, we're gonna break these habits. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. It just means that in certain areas of communication on that day that we need to look a little bit more closely into. Now, it would be proper to have like a meditation before going on that date. Maybe, talking with someone spiritual or a mentor, a pastor, or someone you really trust, not necessarily a friend per se, unless it's a really like a friend that is like a sister or brotherhood kind of vibe. And definitely myself, psychic. Absolutely, absolutely, 1,000%. But specifically the psychic that says not teach it rather than avoid it. But okay, if I what if I like, or if you do talk with them, if they okay, what happens? Okay, if I hear what you said. Okay, I should if I can put it off onto another date. But what if it's unavoidable and I must go this route? Now what do you see? Make them speak from there. Make them talk from that point or in that space psychically. You're paying them, so you can make that request. And if they're really great, if they're really expert, if they're an expert, I should say, skilled, experienced, maybe mature, maybe older, they can do it. They can do it. Or like a fiery young visionary psychic that's just full of optimism, but a clairvoyant like through the roof. That's the one you want. That's the one you want. I just described myself, in my early 20s. It was like clairvoyance, just energy going. I was just people would see my aura, and they also took a photograph of my aura. And just as my mentor said, it's it's all white and bright, and it's just all this energy just going up. Yeah, that's good. There's information coming in, like yeah. So that's mine. And then along the way, I end up discovering, like claircognizance, Clairvoyancy, but claircognizance is a big one for me. And yeah, like psychic intelligence, spiritual intelligence happens with me frequently. And even now, with me describing uh, the new gift this year. And by the way, I just started that gift this year. It's new, and it's yeah. So they already given me the formula how it's done. Yeah. Yeah, every year I also get formulas, by the way. Formulae. I get formulas like and way I'm supposed to write in the information esoterically that it is correct. That it is correct. Yeah. So yeah, so that's what's going on. Okay, we're 25 minutes in. We're not doing that bad. We're not doing that bad. So now in my working brain, um, because I have so many lives to get through. I don't know how long that the lives should be. I'm just impressed that people are like, like giving me a lot of hours. Like my watch hours have gone up. Okay, how many? Like I've earned like at least over 60 watch hours, considering how my channel is very small, and my watch hours is so okay. I don't yeah I can be transparent. So I started okay. So I came in over the past few weeks with 140 or 141 watch hours, and now I have 202 watch hours. So there you go, like 62 hours, I believe, if I'm calculating correctly. Yeah, like 62. So that's a lot of watch hours for me. I know that might say that's not a lot. That's like little. Well, for me, it's a lot. Okay, I got a lot. To me, I got a lot of watch hours. Like my watch hours had like gone up, like boom. Yeah. So like by 60 hours, like somebody like watching. Like I went and checked. It was like I got like 6 hours on one, and like I'm like, wow, they're watching, and the retention whole time is also increased. Yeah, the retention, how long a person is watching, I'm like, it's like okay, so is this motivate? It's motivating me to bring the excellence that I know that I'm dreaming and envisioning that I can, and oh yes. Just so you know, my channel is very much dedicated to. It's not about uh, like teaching spirituality and making it sound, like it's a language all on its own or some kind of belief system or religion. That's not where I'm going with this. Nor is this going to be a channel where I'm, you know, like if I get into constant battles with people, like because I like to consume live streams, you know just know that I'm not in a good place. If you ever catch me, it's not about that I cannot mention a person. Yeah, I don't mind mentioning a person's name. They want to pay me or nothing, but I love the fact that I have this ability. For some reason I get to watch and consume all of the content that I love from my favorite creators, and even chat in their chat box. And no, I don't use like a different handle. I don't like log into it. I don't have like a on the YouTube streets login name. No, I use this channel's name, and I'm like, and I just engage a little bit. And I really enjoy conversations. It's a whole nother conversation that I would never have in my channel, and nor would a person ever say anything that makes me pull them up, or nothing. You'll never see that here, because that would be. It's like me coming in to do very specific work and have a conversation in my head I'm going to talk about, and completely going off the rails. And that's why I would say, if I ever you catch me doing that, make me say suggest that I should log out, because look, that means I'm not in a good place if that ever happens. So I'm just saying. So so in other words, I'm in high spirits. I have great energy. I'm in high spirits. I'm enjoying providing my type of content, and also consuming the different varieties. By the way, I love variety content. You'd be surprised. I love, I've got straight people content, I've got gay people content, I've got trans, um, wh- uh, you know, individuals content, I've got spiritual content, I've got politic content, I've got, I even follow a few prophets, like, and maybe three, like like Abrahamic prophets. I do follow psychics as well, spiritual psychics. I love also like the Hollywood gossip, gossip. I follow, I even, doesn't matter, white men. I have white men for those I follow, white women, black men. Doesn't matter to me. The content's great. I will follow. So when I say I follow political, I follow a like the perspective of a range of ideas of in politics, and some of these individuals, they are very firm in their stance, and I enjoy following them. That so yes, I follow both the like Republican type content as well as Democratic content. So that lets you know where in the world that I am stationed, that I am placed. But I consider myself to be international. When people ask me like, "Where are you from?" I say, "Oh, I'm international because I work with people from, I can be speaking with someone from Ireland as much as I can be speaking to someone from somewhere like in London, UK, or in the EU, like or like excuse me, the uh, uh, Arabic kingdom, somewhere from to India to South Korea, So I'm working with someone now, who is though Korean is going into a business that's going to go global soon. I'm working with Chinese, and I love it. The interrelated, cross cultural. We're defeating, in this case, in this one little case, we're defeating xenophobia. Yeah. So yeah, I'm so proud of him. And he did a test, like a double back test to read to make sure I felt absolutely comfortable. Because people put me in a position. If I don't feel comfortable, they're like, I won't. They say the only reason I'm going forward is because you feel comfortable. If you would tell me otherwise, I wouldn't do it. And I'm like, ooh, that's a big responsibility. I better get this right. I better ask the guides. Like guides, please. Let's do something good. Let's this is a one time to get it right. It's one time. I don't ask for much. So that's where we're at, and yeah, I'm enjoying the time, and I'm learning to be, I guess, what they call it, engrafted in this space of this being completely immersed in good energy, like positive energy, but not like unrealistic optimism. That's not when I say that I'm a this cup is more full than empty type of psychic. Uh, that doesn't mean that I don't understand when I know that this cup is, although as full as it is not completely to the rim and overpouring. I know that. I know that. I can sense that. I translate energy into actions that we can actually manipulate and control. And also programs, not all programs are bad. This is out, we use them. They have served their purpose. They're no longer purposeful. So we can update those programs. So that's the way I view, that's my personal view of like the way that I read. And then, but now you got to add compassion with that, like with like a box full of compassion. That yeah, a whole rack of it. That's me. That means I don't like person comes in, they're like failing language. I start changing. I start metaphysically, naturally, as I'm reading and making predictions and being extra psychic and all that. Moving words around and changing failing forms of communication into winning communication to satisfactory. That's what I love doing. I love reading like that. And helping people to, to, that's, that find interwoven success that's already in them. That is the potential to exert that success into the open world around, environment around them in their lives. Doesn't matter where they're from, where they're at. Oh, and I love talking to my, I've got special people. I love so much reading for them. In the South, Oklahoma, Kentucky, Texas, yeah. So all over, people from California, doesn't matter. In Minnesota, doesn't matter. Way up north, you know, Native Americans on tribal land, nuns, mega pastors. Yep, yeah. My guys, have called in many times. They're like, you know, in our approach to prayer, that was one of my most recent ones. So yeah, I'm going to send, I think either I sent them a message already, or I'm intending to send him a message. So I'm going to, oh yeah, no, I'm intending to. Yeah, I'm going to be definitely sending him an angelic message to let him know that, under the climate, that was the question. And there's definitely ways to, and becoming more enhanced. So I'm going to be sending him a message he can keep for himself. But he'll definitely, since I'm going to be doing this by I believe they said the 8th. Is it the 8th? The 6th? Well, I don't know. I'll know in a little bit. The 16th of this month. Then yeah, he'll have it in time for the bring in the new year. So yeah. So I already know that these lives are going to be excellent. So with that said, I have to intentionally come in and do epic lives. Like, these lives that I do must be absolutely epic, because now I know that they're going to take off. And it's also quite deliberate. It's intentional, successful videos. Yeah, it's like my intentional, successful psychic readings. So yes, so I know that people are gonna, obviously, I know they're gonna find the video, and they're gonna watch, and so I might as well just have fun with it and do my very best. And I mean, what can stop me now? There's this is a whole nother time, a different type of time. Mm, mhm. Yeah. Where we're at in terms of time. Okay, 38 minutes in. Yeah, so I just wanted to come in and like let people know where we're at. And it is 3. I do have other lives, but I don't know if I should do a back to back live. I just want to come in and, give respect and honor, to, Pluto. By the way, Pluto is, every time that Pluto has made big moves, a man particularly has stepped forward. Has always have stepped forward, like a divine father figure, like a really prominent male. Like, Pluto came into zone when President Barack Obama took office, right? And then when Pluto came again, is moving into Aquarius, King Charles and his wife, I believe, I always her name. I always want to say her name. I want to say Camilla, but let me see. Camille, I believe. Charles' wife. And okay, what's her name? Camilla. Camilla. Okay. Okay. So yeah, they stepped forward. Yeah, in this Pluto. Now, I think I was doing a live that actually he's going to do well. He's definitely, well, I made my prediction that, of course, he's going to stay king. Yeah, it's time. Europe needs a dad. They need a dad. They had a mom for the longest time. And I felt that they need a dad because, and the reason why I felt this is so funny. I mean, okay, so when I found them, and of course this is she was transitioning. She was just transitioning. I remember receiving the email that she had passed. I always felt that it was kind of like they were just like they were just like it reminded like spiritually they were like, Mom, there was like I was like, oh my God, you need to spend some time with your dad. So when the beautiful transition of Queen Elizabeth happens, and then the incoming, the father figure, King Charles comes in, and they were like, it's kind of like you know the feeling like you've been under the energy of mom, and then dad. You hear that door, unlocking. It's dad. Your energy, the environment shifts, and dad is the home. Like everybody, like you start. Is no more, like manipulating the energy. It's like everything shifts, and then when that door opens, and you're like, hi, dad. That's the energy. That's the energy. And so the energy it's balanced, like the other half of that part that they needed, that extra, that reinforcing, stabilizing energy. They need it. They needed it. And if like many of us, sometimes you have to deliberately place yourself in the midst of the opposite energy that is missing, that you don't get much nourishment from, whether that is mom's, like a divine mother energy, or like a paternal, like a father vibrational energy. You have to kind of deliberately place yourself in these spaces. Don't be scared, but find a safe space. Like I'm not saying go and find a place that's going to, in either one that's going to exploit you. I'm not saying like set yourself up to be exploited. I'm just saying that you can find a healthy space where you're getting that nurturing side from both masculine divine and feminine divine. I really believe in that balance, having that balance. Yeah, yeah. Because there are times when you're like, like you want to do like dad, like masculine vibration things, and you're like, you have to explain to the divine mom, like, divine mom, I love you, I have reverence for you, but right now this is not what I need. I'm not trying to make you feel like you're not a part, and we'll be back. But right now it's about the divine masculine. So it's like you needed that counter activity, the countering activity. Um, hmm So yeah, and yeah, but see, right now that well, hold on. See, our Western mind, sometimes a bit selfish. It's like, well, what do you think of our, like, being that this is America? It like, that was not the ideal direction of the conversation. So I'm gonna leave that up. I'll leave that in the air. Do a bit what you will. I can talk on it, but that was not the direction that I intended to go. hmm First of all, I already have thumbnails for that conversation, for those conversations, talking about other subjects, surrounding, if you want to say, they refer to him as president elect. That's the proper, uh, uh, I guess, proper title, current title. Um, President Trump, entering into the office. Isn't it January 8th? I believe January 8th, 2025. And oh boy, 2025 is gonna be passion year. It's gonna be heart centered. It's like Venus channeling Libra the whole year round. That's what it's gonna feel like. She's gonna be very dominant. It's about the human heart. And besides the year being about partnership, marriage, partnerships in business, having launched your business and having wonderful structures in place to allow room for to foster, um, you know, stronger financial partnerships and just partnerships in business handsomely, financially handsomely, you know, rewarding. Um, then I was seeing in this little pocket where people can be emotionally so overcome, overwhelmed that it's coming across as like deeply held emotions, feelings that are being shared amongst within groups um, that could be considered passion. You know, being like very passionate. But it'll be. But I when I was taken there and it was channeled, it was in these groups where people were connected um, in a universal but more of a microcosmic level. So it's in these like these these groups throughout and connected. They are tapped into the whole experience of 2025. Like people have deeply held, heartfelt, deeply held connections. So that's what's going on as we bring in this 2025. And it's good. Yeah, it's very sophisticated. It is a year about business. Make no mistake. Except this year was about. It's like you're given. Okay, so 2024 represents the year of resources. It's kind of like you're given the resources, and it says, okay, get all set up. So now you're setting up everything, and you're getting everything structured and organized, and you're making sure that you have an alignment with those you're going to work with. That's basically, and also you have confirmation for those who you're going to be connected with long term to add. And then we're moving into this transformation. But in the meanwhile, we're having to deal with the emotions of previous years, where maybe over the past decade, even, or maybe a little bit more, maybe a little more than that, like decade and a half. I would at least say at least from 2008, and so anywhere from 2008 up leading up until now. Even though this energy broke in the like mid 2022, people now that in 2024, people feel like anything could go wrong. We're looking at in fact we're anticipating. We're like, usually good things like this don't happen to me, psychic. I mean, I want to believe so much, but you're saying that I won, or that I get some kind of like how am I deserving? I made so many mistakes. I made so many errors, and I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm like, it's not about that. It's kind of like when they say you won and you start oversharing, like, I've been through this, I've been through that, and you're like, oh boy. I should have brought the good news to you a little more subtle, in a more subtle way. No, no, that was a joke. What it means is that October, okay, from October, November, now we're in December, right? These 3 months, we can feel this vibration of 2025. And so as things are unlocking for us and all the boxes are being checked, we're still in disbelief that this is what's going to hold up for us. It's like, and okay, so there's, like, oh, have faith, just have hope. But then there's, this is really going to work. Like okay, there's hope, and then in hope, by definition, is the expectation that something is to happen, is to come to pass, or that the condition in which is stated is tangible. So that's what we are struggling to or grappling with, the idea that nothing is ever certain, especially the future. We're grappling with that. But I just keep reassuring the clients that, well, considering everything that I said so far has come to pass from the time we started, what, what could it hurt to go a little further? Like 2 weeks up. In this case, 1 week. I'm saying this upcoming. So now we're down to 5 days, I believe. Is that right? 5 days, roughly. Because Tuesday is a day when it winds down, and then I'm telling you, the energy is gonna like sprint forward. So right now, this is a retrograde, a very powerful, like a retro, a space, like a lab. Think of it like a laboratory, or think about like you have step to the side to do some stretches before you really start getting into the heart, the more intense, whether if it's a mental workout or an actual physical workout or spiritual workout. Right now, this is a space to get everything, like you want to bring everything out and get it set up, nicely, because yes, we're gonna hit the ground hard and running. Like when you like come Tuesday, everything is gonna like start pulling, and then everything is in motion. It's like full on, like the energy is gonna is like everything is in action. Like you're gonna feel like it's coming from you at all sides, but head on. You have to deal with it head on. So everything that we've been waiting for, and I mean, like hanging in the balance, kind of just so I could just like just floating there, just drifting. That's a human that has not actually, uh, as you say, there's a call to action, and then you got to wait for someone to present to do the action. So that's what we're doing now. It's right down to the denominator of the person. So we're past the obstacles, we're past the idea. In fact, most like contracts, are already signed. Or the contract is just like one more signature is needed or something like that. So then it's like, okay, a human being has made this a success going forward. Now we can go forward. That's what it's come down to, and this is between now and what I'm describing as the 10th, I believe. So let me see. Let me see. It is. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, which is okay, so one, two, yeah, yeah, yeah. 1, 2, oh, 4 days. Okay, I was adding a day. So 4 days, not five. 4 days. 4 days. We got it down to 4 days. Uh-huh. 4 days. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 4 days to go. Oh yeah, because it's the 6th and it's Friday. Oh, I was thinking that I had to go Saturday. Okay, my brain is thinking I'm in Saturday, but it's actually I'm all getting ready for work today. I think I had it right in the beginning. I was like, oh yeah, I don't have to go till Saturday, so I get a whole day just to myself. But it's like my brain was somehow, because I forgot. It just happened yesterday. I just went on. I mean, I did I wrapped up my last like my last you know I get 5 days. So I did yesterday's work, and then which I would have from 2 p.m. up until 12 a. Now okay. So now okay. It just hit me. I, See, I love when I'm in this spirit. I love when I'm ahead. I'm doing everything ahead. I've already started. Ooh, I've already sent some unique messages to like follow up. I call it divine. I call it no. I call it spiritually guided messages from loved ones, angels, and spiritual guides. So I've already begun doing that because that's the gift. One of the gifts that I've okay. So I've sent some out even today, which gives me more time to do a little more, to do more of those. Beautiful. Yay, yay. Okay. That's such good news. I just received that in real time. Oh my gosh. Huh. That means I could go live again a little later. I could go live. Yeah, I could. Maybe I could stay on a little longer, even in here. Maybe. I don't know if I need to though. Mhm. Well, okay. Anyway, that's exciting. That is exciting. Oh my gosh. See, now my energy's gone up even higher because I'm already ahead of it. I want to keep this vibration going. I want this to be an intentional, like intentionally have the ability to connect with this vibration anytime I choose to. So, and I think I know how to do it. I think I'm gonna try to hold on to this energy. I'm right now I'm connected to it. I'm gonna try to hold on to it. It's like it put me ahead. Yeah, it's something like knowing that am so thinking so far into the future. Right. So it's like everything is on point. Like I'm on point. Like I'm like acing right now. Wow. And then plus I get an extra one additional time or extra time. That was when I found that out, my energy boosted up again. So okay. This is a very special, unique time. Wow. Whew. That hit me hard because I wasn't. I'm all trying to like do my best 1 hour with you all because I'm thinking, yeah, I only have like 2 hours or 3 hours before I need to be online working again. And I successfully have done a handful of unique readings, and I need to do more. And I'm like, mm, wow, okay. I need to calm down. I need to calm. I need. Okay, I'm gonna calm down. Calming down. Wow. Okay. So, oh yeah, my view count also has gone up. So I've noticed my view count. Um, it says that I have. I don't know if like I don't. 'Cause I don't know if views fall off, but I'm up there. I'm up. Well, it says in some areas, I guess, on the interface of my YouTube channel, it says I've got like I don't know what it means. It says you have 100,000 views. And that was a goal where I would see like I'm ready to enter the space of to where it says 100,000 views. So I don't know. I don't know what it means or what that translates into actually. I'm not sure. But I have noticed that my views on videos and while I'm live streaming have increased. That um, I have noticed. I noticed that. And I also have, this will be my 83rd video. So I should be able to at least break at least get like 80s, like the mid mark in the 80s. So I would only have need like what, like 14 more videos. Soon, shortly, I will have 100, very first 100 YouTube videos. I don't even have 100 YouTube videos yet. And I've noticed that some people have like thousands, like 3,000 videos, over 3,000 videos. I only have 81, 82 videos. So I've also noticed that. And I've only had that but recently. Because before, like I only had like 40 videos, like just the past recent month or two. I only had like 40. Only reason why I had so many because I started spinning out, started hanging out here every other day. I would come in the morning, spend a great deal of time. So yeah, so and it's getting, like what they call it, increasing. I'm increasing. Hmm. Oh wow. Okay. So let me check out this one. Let me check out one thing. Hmm. So if I don't know if I want to take on the challenge of, hmm, I'm not sure. Unless I were to like do both. No. Do I want to? Mm, no. In my brain, I'm thinking, do I? stay live and do my messages here, or do this like separate? I'm not sure. Anyway. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Oh, there it goes. Let's see. Ooh, has gone up too. Nice. Okay, so what does that even mean? Wow, okay. Yeah, it's growing. I'm I'm a social blade. I'm a social bladester. Okay, let's see. Let's see what it means. Does it mean anything? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's becoming more fun for me because I'm seeing the rewards. I don't have a long way to go still. Like I said, only I have 202 hours. So there you go. And in this video going live, I have there's been times I have like it goes from 0 views to now I have like 18 views. Like people are like come in, they're leaving little messages here and there, meeting new people from time to time. Hmm. So it's kind of catching on. Mm. Okay. All right. So yeah. What day? Oh, okay. We've done our hour. We've done an hour, and um, I said the most important things. So I kind of want to kind of hang out a little bit. Mm-hmm. Kind of just want to hang out some. Let me see what we got here. What do we have here? See what's going on. Yeah. So uh, I'm pulling some strong for me. I'm pulling strong numbers. I'm gonna say I'm pulling in strong numbers, in my opinion. In my opinion. Okay. Uh. Yep. 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 Okay. So I will. I believe I think I'm gonna close this one out because this one has. I mean, cause I could stay hanging out with you all and just enjoy my day. I don't want to take my time for granted. I'm ahead right now, and I don't. I'm just so worried. I'm taking this for granted. I don't want to take anything for granted. Okay, I'm gonna head off and prepare for the next. Get the next thing going because we got to. I want to stay connected to this good energy, and I figure something out. I don't know if I'm gonna come back or do I do more. Do I do a few more messages? Because now that I've got plenty of time, I mean, I think my fiery side is saying you can get all these messages done tonight, or like do a bulk of them where they're like, "Ooh, we're impressed because we're doing like 900 characters." Oh yeah, yeah, we're like they say you gotta do a writing and you gotta have so many words. So we're not just writing a few sentences like hi thank you so much if you need anything more. No, we're going in deeply into like I mean like very specific to the topic because we are able to. Do I need to say this out loud? My company is okay. First of all, let me get a little. I got to do this right. My company's bad. they had AI. You know? So AI meets spirit. So I'm like, right, I'm doing these readings, right? But I personally remember all of the readings. That's an additional gift. But the AI allows me to have my conversations, and I can you know pick up the reading from that conversation. So it's like I get to pick up as though that they like when a person contacts me, and I'm like, I remember everything we ever talked about. But when they're not here, there is a human disassociation. Well, be, because of the blessed AI, the spiritual, the universal consciousness, etc. It accelerates where I can reach a person spiritually, do the reading because I don't need them present, and follow up and tell the story, and then yeah, and even bond even more deeply, right, through the by way of technology, by way of AI and spirit, because Aquarius is a technology. That's electricity, so it's everything electronic. Age of Aquarius, knowledge coming in faster, dealing with knowledge, getting the right information. Oh yeah. Mm. So anyway, you get the gist. You get the point. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So what else? Is there anything else to share with you all? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna stay ahead. Okay. I gotta catch this. I gotta catch that vibe. Here I come, energy. Here I come.